All right, this is Chapter 1, Lesson 4, Proportional and Non-Proportional Relationships. So, the first thing we want to talk about are what's the difference between a proportional and a non-proportional relationship. So, two quantities are blank if they have a constant ratio or unit rate. In that blank, you're going to write proportional. So two quantities are proportional if they have a constant ratio or unit rate. For relationships in which this ratio is not constant, the two quantities are non-proportional. So for relationships in which this ratio is not constant, the two quantities are non-proportional. So, for example, the cost of order over pizzas ordered, we're saying that's $8 for one pizza, $16 for two, $24 for three, $32 for four, $40 for five. We're saying that each one of those pizzas costs $8. And when I divide, 16 divided by 2 gives me 8. 24 divided by 3 gives me 8. 32 divided by 4 gives me 8. 40 divided by 5 gives me 8. So all the ratios are blank, blank. You're going to write equivalent ratios. So all the ratios are equivalent ratios because they all have the same value. When I simplify them, they're all equal to 8. All right, so let's take a look at an example. So the example I have is Uptown Tickets charges $7 per baseball game ticket plus a $3 processing fee per order. Is the cost of an order proportional to the number of tickets ordered? Then you want to explain your reasoning. So let's look at that. It charges $7 for every ticket plus $3 for the processing fee. So the first one is 7 plus 3, which gives us, that's one ticket. If one ticket were ordered, that gives us 10. Then if I ordered 2 tickets, 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 3 is 17. If I ordered 3 tickets, that's $24. 4 tickets is $31. So I want to go ahead and divide each of these and figure out if it's proportional or non-proportional. So if I do 10 divided by 1, I get 10. 17 divided by 2 gives me 8.5. At this point, I can stop because they're two different numbers, which means that this is a non-proportional relationship. So since the ratios of the two quantities are not the same, the cost of an order is non-proportional to the number of tickets ordered. So it's non-proportional. All right, there are a couple of try problems out below. I want you to go ahead, pause the video, and try them out. When you're done, we'll go over the answers together. All right, now that you've had a chance to go over the try problems on your own, let's go over the answers together. So the first try problem states, at the beginning of the year, Isabel had $120 in the bank. Each week she deposits another $20. Is her account balance proportional to the number of weeks of deposits? Use the table below. Explain your reasoning. So, she started out with $120. Then she gets $20 for each week. So 120 plus 20 is 140. The next week she gets an additional $20. So 140 plus 20 is 160. The third week she has $180. So let's set up the proportion. 140 over 1, 160 over 2, 180 over 3. Are these equal to one another? Well, 140 divided by 1 is 140. 160 divided by 2 is 80. These are not equal, so it's a non-proportional relationship. Non-proportional because the ratios are not equal. So my second try problem states, at Lakeview Middle School, there are 2 homeroom teachers assigned to every 48 students. Is the number of students at the school proportional to the number of teachers? Explain your reasoning. So what I'm given is 48 students to 2 teachers. So my proportion is 48 over 2. Well, this simplifies, if I divide both of these by 2, is 24. So this tells me that it is a proportional relationship because each teacher is responsible for 24 students. So it's proportional because the ratio of students is constant. And that is the end of Chapter 1, Lesson 4.